So remember Leviathan, who we saw in the Year of the Villain one-shot special and who has been frequently around the DC universe, and last we saw him he was making a offer to Barbara Gordon, and we never really got the end result of what's going to happen with that, which will most likely happen later on in the event storyline. Well, we get Superman Leviathan Rising. It came out along with Doomsday Clock, Batman: The Last Night on Earth, and Heroes in Crisis issue number 9, The Damnation of Wally West, because how dare he right to be existing in a fictional universe. So, yeah. We're returning to the Superman Leviathan Rising in the comics universe, and this basically goes into basically showcasing that Clark Kent has been kidnapped. Yeah. And we still don't know the identity of Leviathan. Last we heard that they think it might be Red Hood. I really don't think that. But yeah, anyways, we go ahead and see this woman going ahead looking around this bookstore, Magnus Book, and then she goes ahead and reads more prices. Then she read a book yesterday, apparently, the day before everything went to hell. And what we get is an image of the inaugural issue that led to the Justice League's formation, which means that this event should not happen, which means this is a temporal anomaly or temporal crisis. But, yeah, she's confronted by a mysterious stranger saying, "No prices, never a good sign. But if you like that one, it's on me, Miss Lenon. I'd love to buy it for you, if you have the room for it. I feel you might." "Excuse me?" The woman who runs the city, right under his nose. The woman he has no idea even exists. "Here you are, Leon. Just shopping for rather big books. Hopefully you'll think back on what I'm about to say and realize how much I mean it. You are one of the most impressive people I have ever come across." This face turns all digital-like, implying that that's not his real face. And then she says, "How are you doing that with your face? What's wrong with your face?" He just explains, "Oh, it's pretty intense camouflage technology. I picked it up from what was left of the DEO. Great for people like you and me, for when we just want to go shopping. Well, sir, I think it's a universal truth that people respond poorly to being cornered, and I just hate not being properly introduced." His face changes again. "I debated how to approach you. The right answer was an edible banquet with a note of introduction. I know people not knowing about you is kind of your thing, but knowing things others don't is kind of becoming mine. So we needed to meet. The DEO? The rumor is the DEO is no longer with us. All kinds of rumors swirling around Amanda Waller. So, are you Leviathan?" "Don't you just love when a day surprises you? Do I get to choose the form of my destruction? Did the others?" "Oh God, no," Leviathan says, shifting his face again. "You're literally the only person on the planet who I think knows what they are doing. What you've built here is a work of art. I'm here because, well, as strange as the interaction already is, I'm here to ask you for your professional opinion." "Really? I know we're strangers, but I was wondering if you had done some R&D and that you don't want to act on intel that someone like me might do something with. R&D in what area?" His face shifts again when he grabs a cup of tea. "And how would you finally get rid of him if you ever absolutely needed to?" "I am assuming it has crossed your mind. I am at a place with the moves I'm making, where I need to consider all options. And I just wondered if you had an angle on this that I may have not considered yet. You know, Mister, it's not to imagine that a lot of smart people would have stood exactly where we're standing right now and had the exact same conversation. A lot of stupid people have, or we wouldn't have to. And all those conversations about plans went about the same. Why? I'm asking you. Why? Well, if you know me, maybe you know there are words in my company we do not say. I do. I love that. His face shifts again to another man. My organization has adopted a version of this practice as well. Well, the reason is I love my father. And my father really loves me. He's always there for me. Meaning, unlike everyone else, he comes in contact with... I don't need his attention. Yes, that's the kind of thinking that brought me here. I'm telling you, with him, everyone is desperate to make sure he knows it was them that set the trap that did the thing. Yes! Don't be that guy. Do I look like I'm going to be? Something happens with you guys, and too much importance is put on the physical. Well, it's insane. I think if you really took it apart, he's just a broken boy from a broken home who deep down feels abandoned and alone in the universe. Coming, Mr. White! And he's right. Sure enough, we get Jimmy Olsen in this massive 2-page spread of a whole bunch of dialogue talking about some reports and whatnot, and talking about Superman beating up Mongol. Yeah. The conversation between Leviathan and Leon continues. She is a very dangerous woman, regardless of her relationship with the big blue broken boy. She's actually the daughter of one of the most dangerous men in the world, and she has autonomous access to the publish button of one of the biggest news services in the world, and she is not afraid to use it. That woman in no way, shape, or form is a soft target of any kind. See, I'm saying to you, if anyone in your industry has tried one thing and gotten one terrible result, why not try the other thing? Think of him like a bear. What did you do to a bear? You don't trap a bear and tell him why. You trap him and kill him immediately. You spring a trap that makes all those powers over sight and sound. Useless. Yeah, as this is going on, Superman and Mongol are fighting, so that's going on. You have a trap. Where he doesn't know he's being trapped until it's over. But that's the thing. No one has the last piece. They all think it's magically appearing, and then Arkham, if you're lucky. I never understood why anyone on this planet confronted him head on, and that's coming from you, confronting me like this. Well, I have to make it up to you. You will. I'm serious. You've given me some ideas here, and in return, Superman sees something with his X-ray vision, and we cut away from what the conversation was. He heads back to Lois's place, and he's talking to Lois, saying, "So this is where there are people in our apartment right now waiting to kidnap me, Lois." Who is trying to kidnap you, sweetie? Can't really say. Black Ops-ish. No wallets or identification on them. They're talking in sign languages and code. No tags in their clothing or no tattoos or skin markings. And they're just hiding in our apartment, back in Metropolis, right now. Looking to kidnap you? That part was clear. Not me, huh? Yeah, at this point, Lois has kind of come to the conclusion of, yeah, I got kidnapped a lot. I might as well make stories out of it. And I'm assuming they don't know Clark Kent is Superman? Wow, Clark Kent with enemies. Clark Kent is a law-abiding citizen who, Star Labs expose, oh yes, they might have a beef with me. That Hatchet piece on Young Justice? Hatchet piece? Those kids need a lesson in cleaning up after. Let's call the police. Let's call Metropolis Special Forces. Give Maggie Sawyer a thrill. Actually, I'm thinking I'm going about along with it. What? There's a story here. It's mine. You're going to let yourself get kidnapped so you can find out what the story behind the kidnapping is? Yes. I've done that. You've invented it. They clearly do not know who I really am. So, Lois then says, "Hey, baby, when you're in the kidnapping, what? Sometimes when you're acting out, what? It looks like you're acting. What? Try to be more in the moment a little more. I can act." Oh, sweetie, acting is lying. You suck at it. So, Clark Kent goes home, yawns, and tries to play the role of being kidnapped. And sure enough, the Black Ops agents capture him and shock him to a near unconsciousness. And again. And then we hear a female voice. Clark Kent. I said wake him. Yeah, we've been trying. And he weighs a ton. Try harder. Clark Kent, Am I still in America? Because America! Fuck yeah! How do you know Superman? He's really famous? Kids know him. Are you not his pal? I'm sorry. Who are you? My name is Talia al Ghul. We kidnapped you. Do you have my glasses? I get migraines. I interviewed your father once. It was unpleasant. Superman's coming to save you. If you want, if that's what you're hoping for, I can call him and tell him to come over right now. When he does, you're going to get the story of your life. And sure enough, they strap him with a device that has kryptonite. And then the pages get all wavy and whatnot in order to express that he's going through kryptonite. Talia then says, supposedly it doesn't hurt us normal human Earth people. I'm saying it's actually giving us cancer, but that's tomorrow's problem. So what's it going to happen is he's going to come looking for you. We left many breadcrumbs, but the kind that doesn't look like breadcrumbs. But please, Talia, don't do this. Sure enough, she leaves and lets him suffer, and he's just being poisoned by kryptonite. Lois continues writing, and then she starts to go to bed. And she basically still thinks this kidnapping thing is just going to end very quickly. Then she starts to grow worried, and then makes the call. Then Jimmy messages her, and then Lois, realizing that Superman is not back yet, which means there's a problem, saying, "Okay, Lois. Okay, Lane, do not overreact. He's probably just saving the world again, or rescuing a cat, or a puppy." Then immediately goes ahead and leaves. Afterwards, she goes back to the house, and then she says, boom, like that. She then goes ahead, starts piling a bunch of food, looking for a special way to contact, and sure enough, she reaches the Batman. And they inform her of everything. Wonder Woman comes in, and they're talking. The artwork's also altered a bit. I think another artist took over for this part, and so they realize that something's wrong, and now they're on a mission to save him. And Lois just says, "You're looking for the wrong man. You're looking for Superman. I need to find Clark Kent." Then we get this interlude that really makes no sense regarding Lois Lane and Jimmy Olsen that doesn't really matter in the terms of the greater context of the story. I don't know why it's there. All we know is that Jimmy Olsen gets covered in blood after Cap pukes all the blood on him. I don't know what happened either. And it turns out that this happened, that this Jimmy Olsen thing is part of the story. And turns out Jimmy Olsen gets blocked by Lois, and his house is covered in blood. And then Jimmy Olsen yells out, "We gotta go save Superman!" while running with all the blood on his body. Then we get back to National City with Danvers' apartment being destroyed. She wonders what the hell happened, because this takes place after Kara's space adventure in Supergirl 32, according to the annotations. And she realized that everything kind of went to hell. And sure enough, everyone's either dead or injured critically, and sure enough, Superman arrives. And there's this conversation that happens in issue 1009 in Action Comics, and then Supergirl, she's gonna go ahead and finds out, going to investigate what's going on, and we get this conversation between a broken marriage ending, and A pitcher is found, and sure enough, the pitcher's destroyed by this woman. By what was her name? Let me check. Eliza, and yeah, we get more flashbacks. There's this hulking creature, and then sure enough, she's captured or killed. Yeah, definitely killed, and yeah, and then we get this other character. Yeah. Yeah, Leviathan has something to do with this. So then this woman who's watching disappears. I didn't know who she was. And then, yeah, then Superman, as he continues to struggle with the kryptonite, it's that Leviathan arrives. He does something weird. Leviathan picks him up and says, "Ooh, you're a big boy. Okay, there. Okay. Are you Levi? Shh. What is your mission statement? What do you want?" "I'm sorry. I'm not doing interviews right now. I'm in the middle of a misunderstanding. Growing pains. Sorry for this inconvenience," he says as he completely removes the kryptonite poison. "Sorry for this inconvenience. I'll be interested in how you report it." "Why did you let me go?" Oh, he never answers. All I know is that Leviathan is pissed. Sure enough, as time goes on, we eventually cut to see. Oh man, I was like, okay, what the hell happened in between everything? Because we get Firestorm, Lois Lane, in Talia al Ghul's outfit, and Jimmy Olsen dressed as a gorilla. I was just wondering, like, what the heck happened? Yeah, sure enough, after they remove the shackles off of Superman and all chaos is breaking loose, Clark dons the Superman outfit and proceeds to start saving the day. And then we get more narration where it says, "I feel bad for you. I blamed your father for the number he did on you. But you're a grown woman. Why on earth would you antagonize the alien in the middle of our event, Talia? Why would you lie to these loyal members of our cause and tell them to kidnap this journalist? Why did you do this? You stole Leviathan out from under me. Oh, this was a coup. Wow, you wanted the alien to pull it all down. Oh, okay. I offered you partnership. I offered you an opportunity to rise above your upbringing. I told you if you were fighting the alien, then you are on the wrong side. You took that to mean I was scared. No. Oh, no. That's what Leon convinced me of. You don't fight for him. You don't attack or threaten him. When all of them see that what we are building is what they've been fighting and dying for all their lives, they will join us. But instead you did this. You heard opportunity. More games. Well, it was worth a shot. You broken woman. And proceeds to drop her. And then she yells out, "If you kill me, my son will..." The ship departs and Talia is ready to embrace death. However, Superman catches her, saying, "I have you. Breathe. Thank you. You can thank me by telling me who Leviathan is and where they went." "Don't be scared, Talia. This doesn't have to be how your story is. Take me to jail, alien." "People are dying, Talia. They always are. You have a real chance to do something here. Who is Leviathan? What do they want? I don't suppose I could get you to drop me in New York. I'll be taking you to prison. I wonder if it will be as effective as the one you're living in." And we cut back to Metropolis. "I know. I had one job, but to be fair, I know you are fair. The person that accosted you in the bookstore was using technology that doesn't exist." Well, there's a multiverse, or in the metaverse, so yeah, that might actually be wrong. "You have to give your security team a little bit of leeway when it comes to things that don't exist. And sure enough, we see the old car wreckage of when Superman smashed it in Action Comics, so that shouldn't exist either. I specifically hired you because... No, never mind. I made a promise to myself not to waste words. Ma'am, I could do my job more effectively if you communicate... And sure enough, one job! And proceeds to die. I'm genuinely sorry you had to deal with all that. Thank you for taking care of this for me, Miss Good. It's days like this I'm sorry I can't be with you more full time. We're going to need to clean out his entire security detail and start over. Someone talked to someone. We need to bottle the ends. And then, as the new owner of the Daily Planet, I say, all hands on deck. Tomorrow's headline is the answer to the question. Who is Leviathan? She says as her form dissipates and she's revealing her human self. That little Leviathan boy told me that he, for the reasons we shall soon find out, can't show his face. That's his crypt. Oops, almost broke my own house rule. Lady, I have an army of reporters with you leading the charge. We're going to show that punk's face to the world on Monday. Thank you, but you working for me thing is beginning to feel weird. That's all you've done for me I'm talking about now. Now it feels more like we should be a team, a proper team, sisters against the cause. I like how this feels with us lot. Right, up until when I start ordering you around. That part feels false, let's make it official. Wow, there's a devil in the doorway, but even he won't see both of us coming. Can't wait to never anyone I just made partner in the secret empire. Let's not do Hail Hydra moments, that pissed everyone off. You can tell me later. I promise to act really surprised. Ha! What did this Leviathan say to you? You actually spoke to him? He said he liked me. Whoa, Clark Kent was kidnapped? Huh. I might have told him to do that. Who? I don't think he was crazy enough to do it. What does this mean? Guess we're going to find out. And sure enough, we get this whole big report thing going on between the Daily Planet talking about this, writing up the article, and the mystery continues in the event Leviathan on sale June 12th. And then we cut to some future notes for future comics, such as The Year of the Villain, continuing in The Offer, Dark Gifts, Evil Unleashed, Doom Rising, Hostile Takeover, all coming out in June, July, August, September, October, November. We get the checklist, and then we get these two new comics coming out. We get Jimmy Olsen and Superman's pal, Jimmy Olsen, issue number 1, July 17th. And then we get Greg Rucka going to develop a story involving Lois Lane for July 3rd. So that's going to be pretty awesome. And that's the end of the comic. I have no idea how to feel about this, if for no other reason than because I have not read a lot of the stuff going on around Superman's character, because Brian Michael Bendis has been doing something that really confused people, specifically making Superboy a grown-up, and what the covers indicate him being a mass murderer. The marriage issues between Superman and Lois Lane, because Dan DiDio hates them. And yeah, and the only time I heard of Leviathan was in other stories. So I'm going to do more research on this and see how that goes regarding the Leviathan character. But yeah, this was a pretty good story. Like, this is just build up to the next big event, which is annoying because you have Heroes in Crisis, Doomsday Clock, you got Year of the Villain, you got Deceased, which is an Elseworld story basically, and now you got Event Leviathan. 5 issues and 5 big event comics that will radically alter the DC universe, all in 1 year and for the next year or so. So yeah, the DC universe is in for some heavy event saturation issues, especially given Marvel likes to release them multiple times, but now we got DC copying the same strategy. So yeah, also I had read that this comic was priced at $9.99, and I was like, really? Wow, that's really expensive than usual. So yeah, so this was Superman Leviathan Rising issue 1, aka Leviathan Rising special. This was Neo Reality Entertainment. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and donate. Stay tuned for more. I'll see you guys in the next thoughts video, which will be about NXT.